Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video here we successfully deploy our total project to our web server, right? And also here everything is working perfectly. So now I want to go back to our local host. So that is our local host, and into this local host I have already completed our this navbar for the desktop, and also we have successfully completed that navbar for the mobile, right? And everything is worked perfectly. And now in this video I want to discuss about that footer portion. So now I want to create another design for the footer. So if you want to do that work, now go to our project. So right now I want to close everything. Okay, first of all I want to close everything, and there is our home page. So here that will be needed. So I have already created one of the component in our this common folder as a footer for desktop and footer for mobile, right? So our footer will be actually two different part. One will be for the desktop, another will be for the mobile. So that will be actually just like our navigation, that means our top navigation bar. So here that will be one of the for the desktop mode, another will be for the mobile mode. So first of all I want to work for our desktop. So if you go to that footer desktop, so into the footer desktop I have already created this component. So that is in our components folder, the common folder, and then footer desktop, right? And also friend, I want to share another things with you. If you go to your exercise file, into the exercise file I have created one of the folder as a backup by lecture. So as I told you friend, for our every lectures, when this lecture is video completed, I push this code to the GitHub. You will also get that resources. And also here I have created another folder as a backup by lecture. So whatever the things I have done from to the lecture 1 to lecture 13, so all that code you will get it from here. Okay, that means how many pages I have created, how many core component I have created, what exactly the CSS I have actually used. So you will actually get everything. So I also want to maintain it, so then it will be very helpful to you. So that is a lecture by lecture, all that code you will get it from to the GitHub, and rather than that is one of the compact things. So lecture 1 to 30, what exactly I have done, I will save it in here. Then lecture 31 by 34, what exactly I will do into the lecture 31 by 40, then I will also save it in here. Okay, so you will also get this type of one of the source code. So after end of this course I will actually share this exercise file with you. Okay, I hope it will help you a lot, which is perfect. Now go back to create our footer part. So that is our footer desktop. So first of all our work will be actually just like that same friend. I hope you already understand what exactly the things you have to do. So I simply loaded that fragment. So into the fragment area, and then we have to load that container, right? So I just simply loaded this container. Our container is loaded, and it should be comes from to the React Bootstrap, right? So now you loaded that container. Into the container position I want to take one of the row, right? So that will be as a row. I simply loaded this row. Our row is also included, you can see included, and into this row area I want to take one of the column. I simply take another column in here. So that is a column is also included. There is a column included, the container included, there's a row is inputted from our React Bootstrap. Okay, so automatically it's inputted. Perfect. Here I want to do friend, I want to actually add the 3 part. So for the 3 part that will be as a 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so this step on the 3 part I want to divide it on here, rather than you can also take it as a 4 part. So better I want to take as a 4 part. Okay, I want to take it as a 4 part, like for the 4 part. So I want to make it as a it will be as a large skin. For the large skin I want to make it as a 3. Okay, that means that will be actually 4, right? 3 and then 6 and then 9, and then that will be as a 12. So that is a 3 grade. And then I want to for the medium skin also it will be display as a 3 grade. That means the 4 part will be display. And then for the small skin, okay, for the small I want to make it as a 6. That means a 6 by 6 double will be display. 2 grade will be display. And for the extra small, for the extra small I want to make it as a single, as a 12 which will be display. Okay, perfect. So now that is our 1 part, and then I want to take another one. I copy it and paste it, 2, 3 and then 4. So you can actually take it as a 3 rather than right now I make it as a 4. That means the 4th column. So better I want to take it into the little bit left position. So that is our row. So into the first row area I want to take one of the h5 tag. Okay, I make it as a h5. I close this h5. It's very easy, all that code actually friend. Here I want to name it as a office. Okay, I make it as a office office address. Okay, I make it as office address, and for this office address I want to create another class. Okay, I name it as a class and name. I want to create another class name, and I just right now name it as a footer. Okay, footer, and then menu, footer menu title. Okay, that will be as a title. So this type of one of the class I want to create for this footer address. Okay, and then that is our another one. So after that address I want to display also better I want to display the address. So I take another p tag, and into this p tag area I want to use some of the address. For education purpose I have already saved one of the address, like here I want to take it. So this type of one of the address that will be display. Okay, so that will be display, and also after that I want to use one of the bracket. So I use that as a br bracket code, and after that bracket I want to use that as email. Okay, email will be as a support @easylearningbd.com. okay, so that is my domain name. Perfect. So now that address should be display, and also better first of all check it, click as a save all, and here I want to take another one. I copy it and paste it and paste it and then paste it. Okay, so here I want to display some of the social link. I make it as a social link, and here I want to display that the company details. Okay, the company, and then that will be actually our more info. Okay, I make it as a more info. So this type of one of the name. Now let's check this out. Click as a save all. So now if you want to display it in our home page, what exactly we have to do? We have to load it, right? We have to load this component in our that is our home. That is a home page. As a home page, into the home page I want to do after that collection. Here after this collection I want to load this this footer. That is a footer desktop. You can see there is a footer desktop. Now I want to load this component. I click as enter. Automatically now that should be loaded as a footer desktop from to the components, the common, and then footer desktop. Perfect. So now after that collection it should be displayed. Now click as a save all, and now if you go, now click as a refresh. Perfect. You can see that is our name, address is visible, social link is visible, the company visible, the more info is also visible, right? So better I want to do, friend, I want to pause that video. I want to create some of the CSS for this part, then that will be actually helpful, because I don't want to spend your time by writing that simple CSS code. Better I want to pause that video, and first of all I want to create some of the CSS. Okay friend, I have created some of the CSS. If you go to that footer, so into the footer I take one of the footer background color, the footer text, that is a footer link, however, and then footer menu. So now right now I want to copy everything. I copy everything, and now in our project I have also created before one of the CSS. If you go to that src asset CSS, and you can see there's a footer CSS. So now here I simply paste it. Right now I want to this, you can see very silly one of the CSS code. There is a font size, the font family, I use some of the font wide, and for the footer link I use that text decoration as a none. Text decoration none means with this it should be not display our anchor tag link. So everything is very simple on the CSS code. Okay, now I want to do here, I have already named it as a footer menu, right? Footer menu title. And if you now click as a save also, right now only one class. If you now click as a refresh, you can see it's now updated this title, which is totally fine. So I want to use some of the background color. So if you want to use this background color, I want to do here that is a container, right? So into the container I want to this container should be as a full white container. I want to take another div. Okay, I take another div. So now I want to close this div. I cart it. So after this container, here I want to do and to finish this div. Okay, I simply finish this div in here, which is totally fine. So into this div position I want to use some of the class name. I have already created one of the class name for this. I name it as a footer back. Okay, so that means the footer background. I want to use this type of one of the background. So now I want to use that as this footer background. Okay, friend. And also if you want to add some of the shadow, you can use that shadow. So better I want to use that as a shadow. Okay, sorry, shadow, SHADOW. Okay, shadow. I want to make it as a small. Now click as a save all. Now go click as a refresh. You can see it's now perfectly get some of the background color. Better I want to add some of the padding. Like here there is our corn dev, right? So into this dev area I want to use some of the margin. The margin will, for margin I make it as a 0, and then the margin top I want to use as a 5. Okay, I want to add some of the space, and then padding top, into the padding top I want to use it as a padding top 3. Now let's check this out. Click as a save all, and now if you click as a refresh, you can see it's now getting some of the margin top in here. Okay, which is totally fine. And also I want to add some of the padding in here. That means that is our row. So into this row area I want to use another class name, CLA class name. I want to use that class name here. I want to use as a padding X. Into the X area I want to make it as a 0, and padding, okay, and then margin Y I want to use it as a 5. Okay, so here I want to put it. And also into this column area I want to use another class name. You can see, friend, actually this very simple CSS, but here if you write down it, it's actually take a lot of the time, but very easy process. So into this column position I want to use another padding. I make it as a padding as a 2. Okay, padding will be as a 2. Now that should be a little bit, look at it, click as a save all, and now if you go refresh it, yeah, now you can see it's now perfect. It's now getting some of the spaces in here. So now I want to add the same padding. I want to add this same padding, that means this column padding I copied, and I want to apply it for here. There is another one, and there is also another one. Okay, for another one. After this, better I want to use that social link in here. Then that will be better. So I better copy or cut it from to this position, and then after this P, okay, after this here I want to use it. So I simply paste it. That is our social link, and here I name it as a footer menu title. And after that I want to use some of the href, that means the a anchor tag. So this is the anchor tag. Into this anchor, that will be the href. Okay, that is a href. I want to use that href. So right now I make it as a empty. Okay, right now I make it as a empty, and here I want to use one of the icon. There is a far icon I want to load it, and here that will be as a class name. I want to use another class name as a far, and here I want to add on the margin. Okay, I want to use that one margin, then that will be actually get some of the space. I will make it as a h4, and with the h4 that will be as a far Facebook. Okay, far Facebook. So Facebook icon will be visible. Now let's check this out. Click as a save all, go there, click as a refresh. There is a social link. So here actually that will be as a fabs. Okay, FAB. So fabs, and then if you click as a save all, now check it again, click as a refresh. Perfect. You can see Facebook icon is visible. And also here I want to take another one. Better I copy it and then paste it and paste it. So now I want to load that as a Instagram. So that will be the same as a fabs margin 1 h4 far Instagram. Okay, Instagram, and then I want to use that as a Twitter. Okay, Twitter. Perfect. So now that should be display. Now click as a save all. Now go there, click as a refresh. Yes, now you can see it's now showing as a Facebook, the Instagram, and the Twitter. Perfect. And also here I want to take another one. That means that will be actually I make it as a company. Okay, I make it one of the h5 tag, but I copy it and here I paste it, and here I want to make it as a the company. I want to make it as a info. Okay, that means here more info, and here I want to load as a app download or download. Okay, download app. So this type of one of the menu. Now click as a save all. Now go there, click as a refresh. Now they can see that is our office address is visible, social link is visible, the face, that is our another one is the company, the more info, and then the download apps. So better I want to continue this process. Next video I will complete our this footer for the desktop. Okay, so how can do that work? I will show you that things with the live example. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.